Ladies and gentlemen, I have never been in such prestigious friendship and company as this evening. Because this evening, the Transatlantic Debating Championship has reached its maturity. The second edition, as I said on Tuesday night at the residence of the German ambassador, in my opinion, makes this competition a tradition. And I hope that this tradition precisely will continue. What you are about to witness this evening is a feast of oratory. It is the ultimate in eloquence. We have before us 9 of the greatest student debaters in the world. Why not? Let's say it. We are to witness something which you will remember forever, for years, and forever with tears, I hope. We have before us 2 teams who have won through against extraordinary odds in yesterday's semi-finals. We have the team on my right representing the government from Princeton University. They are led by the Honourable Prime Minister, Mr. Matt Saunders. The chancelière of the échiquier, Ms. Charlotte Yejan-Chung. The third speaker, Mr. Connor Moy. Fourth speaker, Mr. Brian Moore. And their whip and final speaker, Mr. Aaron Hauptmann. To oppose the motion from the University of Cambridge in England, United Kingdom, I call upon the leader of the opposition. We like to call him the Shadow Prime Minister, Mr. Michael Dunn. Shadow Chancellor, Mr. Li Jiawei. Third speaker, Peter Morrissey. Their fourth speaker, Mr. Tim Squirrel. And the Prime Minister will return to whip once more, Michael Dunn. As the President of the association in charge of this championship, Ian has just told you, we are indeed extremely privileged to have with us a star-studded jury. A jury which has come from afar, which has come from apart, which has come from aside, which has come from all other places. But, ladies and gentlemen, a jury which will this evening have the extremely difficult decision, I hope, but nonetheless the extremely glorious task of choosing the better team amongst the 2 teams opposing and proposing the motion. So, ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday night we were invited to the Hôtel de Beauharnais. Hôtel de Beauharnais was the residence of Joséphine de Beauharnais. It was a place which gave its Frenchness to a notion which goes beyond that. That is to say, it is impregnated with the idea of Egypt, with the idea of what Joséphine, justement, what she represented. And I think that the ambassador who represents Germany tonight precisely has given to us the whole notion of transcending, because this is a transatlantic debating championship, but of transcending the ideas of what a single nation state is. And in welcoming us to that particular evening, she proved precisely that Germany is at the center of Europe. And I would like you, ladies and gentlemen, please, to welcome the chairman of the jury, Her Excellency, Ambassador Susanne Wassem-Reiner. The second member of the jury is a senior advisor to the United Nations Secretary General, political advisor to the UN mission in Iraq, Lebanon's Minister of Culture, as well as chairman and spokesman of the Organization Committee for the Arab Summit in March of 2002. He was also involved precisely in the notion of the Francophone Summit. And I want to say this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking in English, it's true, but debating is not only about speaking in English. Debating is also a Francophone activity. And therefore, I have great pleasure in honoring and in inviting and in welcoming the Dean of the Paris School of International Affairs, Senior Professor of International Relations at both Sciences Po and Columbia University, Professor Ghassan Salamé. The law company McDermott, Will and Emery is very much involved in pro bono activity. It has been involved precisely for many years, and now in this country is doing so in a very, very strong fashion. We are extremely privileged, we are extremely happy, we are extremely content to welcome tonight a man who worked in other important law firms, represented French and international companies, a man who is both a lawyer in English and in French, in France and in New York, a man who I believe precisely represents the very notion that McDermott represents, and that is the transatlantic ideal, Mr. Anthony Martinez. I was asked to say something about the fourth member of the jury. I'm going off script entirely now. He is Argentinian. He loves football. He loves golf. He is a man of enormous stature. A man, it's true, as my notes say, was or is part of Guggenheim Partners, a global diversified financial services firm. But ladies and gentlemen, he is above all a wonderful man. And therefore, I would like to welcome Mr. Pablo Stallman. The feast of oratory that I spoke of, that you're about to see, is based on the rules of the French Debating Association, of which I am president. I am delighted to say that the FDA has spawned many, many children in our 20 years of existence, but none is more important, none is more prestigious, and none is more shining than what we will see tonight. Because within the FDA, as its name suggests, we remain within France. But Ian and his team have put together an idea that goes beyond France, goes beyond Europe, goes across the Atlantic, goes across the Channel, goes across the Rhine. It transcends precisely the notion of what debating precisely is about. And this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see that. Very briefly, you will see two teams, a government team, an opposition team. Each speaker will speak for a total of 6 minutes. After the first minute, which we consider protected time, you will hear the following sound. That means the speakers can be interrupted by points of information, usually asked by standing up with one's hand on one's head or one's hand outstretched and making it clear to the member of the speaker that one is asking a point of information. Speakers at this rostrum may or may not accept points of information. Members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, we oblige speakers to accept one point of information. We expect them in 6-minute speeches to accept 2 points of information. The decision as to where and when is entirely up to them. That will also enter into your decision. There is a possibility of a further interruption called a point of order. Point of order is made to the chairman, in this case, myself. During a point of order, the time is stopped. During a point of information, the time is not stopped. So speakers have to take into consideration that points of information are, in fact, part of their overall 6 minutes. After 5 minutes, you will hear a similar sound, which means that the speaker may no longer be interrupted by a point of information and has 1 minute to conclude. After 6 minutes, you will hear a slightly more ostentatious sound. Ostentatious sound. Right, okay, that's better. Which means that the speaker has to bring his or her remarks to a rapid conclusion. At the end of the debate, the official debate, the members of the jury will retire, consider their verdict, and will choose the best team. During that time, you, the members of the House, will have the opportunity to intervene. Do you believe that Germany should let Europe die? Do you believe the opposite? Would you like to ask questions to either of the 2 teams? That will be your opportunity. But it is not the only time that you will have the opportunity to intervene. Because we have a tradition based on the House of Commons in London that you, the members of the House, also take part in our debate. If you agree with what is said, we have a nice formula, 450 years old, which is hear, hear. So let's hear it. Hear, hear. If you disagree, we have an even nicer formula with an extremely elongated central vowel, the A of the word shame. Shame. Let's hear you, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to be here. We want you to participate. We want you to make your voices heard. Gaspar, our timekeeper, will look after precisely the precision, the very notion of how this debate will turn. But you, ladies and gentlemen, are at the very center of our debate. We want you to be involved. We want you to make your voices heard. I have spoken enough. It is now time for the gladiators to take over. With great pleasure, I would like to call upon the Prime Minister, who will propose the motion that Germany should let Europe die. Ladies and gentlemen, from Princeton, Mr. Matt Saunders.